Assalamualaikum. Today we are from group number 3. We are present about the chapter number 8, which is principal stress under a given loading. Okay, so this is our group member. Number 1 is Amir Razin bin Norman Haris, MA24018. Second, Muhammad Zakirini bin Muhammad Noh, MA24065. And the last is Muhammad Aziz Husaini bin Khairul Anwar, MA2300C. For the introduction, in Chapter 8, you will learn how to determine the stress in the structure, member, or machine element due to the combination of load and how to find the corresponding principal stress and maximum shearing stress. For the specific objective, they have 5. Number 1 is we learn how to calculate the maximum principal tensile failure stress. Second is to calculate the minimum principal compressive failure stress. And third, to find out the plane where shear stress is zero. Number 4, to examine the relationship between the binding stress and shear stress. And the last is in order to have safe and cost-effective structure design. For the main objective, to stabilize the highest and lower normal stress that have been generated at a point in the structure members under a given loading condition in order to measure safety and predict failure. Okay. Hello, my name is Muhammad Zakirina bin Muhammad Noh. My contact number is MA24065. So today I will present about the principal stress in a beam. First is theory and formula. What are principal stress? The principal stress is the maximum and minimum normal stress on the material element at a point at the principal stress which occur on plane where the shear force is zero. In a beam, normal stress comes from the binding, shear stress comes from the transverse shear force. The combination of this produce principal stress. Okay, how about the formula? Okay, for the formula, normal stress is sigma s equal m multiply y over I. M refer to binding moment, y is the distance from neutral axis, and I is second moment of error. The stress is maximum at the top and maximum at top and bottom fibers, zero at neutral axis. And how about the shear stress formula is T Tsy equal to V multiply Q over IT. V is shear force, Q is first moment of area about neutral axis, and T is thickness of the point considered. Shear stress is maximum at the neutral axis and is significant at the flat web junction. That's all. Next, this is the question I found in book. Okay, the question is W215 multiply 101 rolled steel beam support a load P as shown, knowing that P equal 180 km, A equal 0.25 meter, and sigma all equal 126 MPa. Determine A, the maximum value of the normal stress, sigma m in the beam, and second, B, the maximum value of the principal stress, sigma max, at the junction of the flat and web. And the last, C, whether the specific shape is acceptable as far as these two stress are concerned. So the first, what we need to do is we need to draw the two diagram. The first is shear force diagram, and the second is binding moment diagram. Okay, for the binding moment diagram, how we get the 55 kilometer per meter? So we need to know moment max. The formula is P multiply A. So 180 km multiply 2.05 meter, and we get the 55 km per meter. Okay, next. Okay, section properties. In bracket, W250 multiply 101. Okay, from the section table, this is all the given we get from the question. Okay, the first is overall deep diameter equal 264 millimeter and flat weight BF equal 257 millimeter and flat thickness TF equal 19.6 millimeter and web thickness TW equal 11.9 millimeter, and the moment of inertia IS equal 164 multiply 10 the power of 6 millimeter the power of 4. Okay, the last section modulus SS equal 1240 multiply 10 the power of 3 millimeter power of 3. Question A, maximum normal stress. How to solve this problem? We need to use the flexion formula. The flexion formula is the sigma m equal moment mass over Ss. Okay, so sigma m equal 55 multiply 10 to the power of 6 over 1240 multiply 10 to the power of 3. So we get the 39.39 MPa. Okay, for the stress at the flat wet junction, distance to junction C equal D over 2. So we D over 2 equal 264 over 2. We get 132 millimeter. And for the YB equal C uh, minus TF. So 132 minus 90.6. We get 112.4 millimeter. For the binding stress and junction, sigma B equal YB over C multiply sigma M equal 112.4 over 132 multiply 36.3, and then we get 30.91 MPa. Okay, question B, principal stress. We need to find the maximum value of the principal stress. So principal stress equation or formula is R equal square root in bracket sigma B over 2 times TSY over 2, power of 2. But we need to find the value of the QB, sigma B, also TSY power of 2. So find the value of the QB, sigma B. Sigma B equal YB over C multiply sigma M or sigma mass. Okay, equal 112.4 over 132 multiply 39.29, and we get the answer of the sigma B, which is 30.90 MPa. So how about the TSY? Okay, shear stress calculation. For the TSY is shear stress formula is VQB over IS TW. Okay, we need to find the value of the QB and also but we need to find the value of AF and VYF too. So we need to find the value of the AF first. Okay, for the formula of AF is equal BF multiply TF. So 257 multiply 90.6, we get the 5037.2 millimeter power of 2. How about the YF equal in bracket C times YB over 2. Okay, so in bracket 132 multiply 112.4 over 2, and we get the answer of YF, which is 132.2 millimeter. So we can use the two answer to in the QB formula. Okay, so the QB is equal 5037.2 multiply 132.2, and then we get the 6155.5.84 millimeter power of 2. So how about the maximum shear force, maximum shear stress? So TSY in bracket 118 multiply 10 to the power of 3, and in bracket 6155.45.84 over in bracket 164 multiply 10 to the power of 6 in bracket 11.9, and then we will get the answer of maximum shear stress is 56.773 MPa. So after we get the answer of the maximum shear stress, we can find the answer of the maximum value of the principal stress. Okay, so R equal square root in bracket 30.90 over 2 times 56.773 power of 2, and we get the answer is 58,5377 MPa. So to find the sigma x is equal sigma B over 2 plus R. Sigma mass equal 30.90 over 2 times plus A plus 58,8377, and we get answer for the question B, which is principal stress is 74.9 2018-77 APA. For the question C, acceptable check. Okay. Allowable stress. For the question given, sigma all equal 126 MPa. Okay, so since sigma x 74.2877 MPa less than 126 MPa, so the beam is safe and acceptable. Okay, that's all from me. Then next, I will present to my another teammate to present their subtopic and the question. Okay, thank you.
For the topic Design of a Transmission Shaft, I will be solving problem 8.18 from the book Mechanic of Materials. With respect to figure 8.18, the question goes, the 4 kN force is parallel to the x-axis and the force Q is parallel to the z-axis. The shaft AD is hollow. Knowing that the inner diameter is half the outer diameter and that the allowable stress is 60 megapascal, determine the smallest permissible outer diameter of the shaft. The first step is to calculate Q, which can be obtained through the equilibrium of moments. We can obtain that Q equals to 6 kilonewtons. The next step is to calculate the reaction forces at A and D with respect to the xy and yz planes, also through the equilibrium of moments. We can obtain that dxy equals to 2.25 kilonewtons, dyz equals to 1.875 kilonewtons, AXY equals to 1.75 kilonewtons, and AYZ equals to 4.125 kilonewtons. The next step is to draw the shear force, bending moment, and torque diagrams to obtain the moment and torque values in the shaft. Having obtained the value of moment and torque from the diagrams, we can calculate the maximum bending moment by calculating the bending moments parallel to the z and x axis at point B and point C. We obtain that the maximum bending moment is 574.79 Newton meters. Next, we can calculate the minimum ratio of J over C by including the maximum bending moment and the allowable shear stress. From this calculation, we obtain that the external radius of the shaft is 0.0187 meters. Diameter is twice the radius, so we can calculate that the smallest diameter of the shaft is 37.4 millimeters or 0.0374 meters.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Haji Husaini bin Kirana and my metric number is MA23006. I'm going to present stresses under combined loading. This is the list of formula to calculate axial loading, torsion, bending, and transverse shear. This is a simple example on combined loadings. So the question is, the bent 15mm diameter rod is subjected to the loads shown. Determine the state of stress at point A and show the result on a differential element located at this point. So there is two forces, one in the x direction, which is 500 Newton, and one on the y direction, 250 Newton, acting at the end of the rod. So first thing we need to do is find the internal resultant forces acting at cross section where A is located. So there will be 3 possible forces and 3 possible moments. So there is no forces at Z direction, so it is 0. At X direction, there is 500 Newton, and Y direction is 250 Newton. Then we find the moments. Moments at point Z is 500 newtons times 0.03 meter. So we get 15 Newton meter at negative Z direction. So moment for X is 250 newtons times 0.07 meter. We get 17.5 Newton meter in negative X direction. So moment for Y is 500 newtons times 0.07 meter equal to 35 Newton meter in the positive Y direction. Okay, now we find the section properties. We calculate the moment of inertia, which is I, and we got this value. Then we calculate the polar moment of inertia, which is J, and it is double the moment of inertia, and this is the value. Then we find Q. A prime is 1 over 2 pi times 0.0075 meter square, and then Y bar prime is 2.8125 times 10 power 97. So this is the value of Y bar prime. Okay, now we calculate the stress at point A. Begin with forces at X direction. We use the formula tau equal to VQ over IT. Okay, so T is the thickness of the rod. We got 3.77 megapascals at positive X directions. At Y directions, Q equal to 0 because there is no area, and tau will also become 0. Then we find the top at Z point. We use formula tau equal to TR over J. So R is the radius. We got 22.64 megapascal positive X directions. So the stress we got from moment is the bending stress, and the formula is sigma equal to my over I. Y is the distance from neutral axis to point A, and it is equal to the radius. So we get 52.82 megapascals in compression. Last one is moment at Y axis. Distance from neutral axis is 0 because the point A lies on the neutral axis. So sigma also becomes 0. Now we show the result on a differential element located at point A. Here is the differential element. A little cube of the material represent a tiny bit of material that exists at point A. We need to show our stresses on this cube using arrow. So we only had normal stresses in compression at Z direction. We draw arrow up and down. The sigma equal to 52.82 megapascal, and the arrow shown in compression because up and down compress. Now we consider shear. We have two shear stress pointing at positive X direction. So we will show it as net stress on our element. We got here 26.51 megapascal because we combine the shear stress 3.77 plus 22.64 and we got 26.41 megapascal acting on positive x direction. So for this element to become equilibrium, we need to show balancing shear stresses. On the bottom, there will be shear stress pointing on opposite direction. So on the front pointing up and on the back pointing down. And we are done. Thank you.